Wow, talk about being close up to the pyramid. In case you're all wondering, the thumbnail is a neighbor's doodle when he was a puppy. So I've got to find them on my WhatsApp at home and give them the picture of all three of them together. So I don't know how I wound up with that one. Unless I posted it on the WhatsApp. That's possible. So there is something going on at Embarcadero Center, Embarcadero 4, which is the hotel, that has a band or something on Friday nights, I guess, or at least once a month or something. I don't know. So look at all the motorcycles. I don't see motorcycle people here, but and what is a motorcycle person? I don't. Oh, there's scooters too. Ooh, real Vespas. Wow, that's a new Vespa too. Wow, everything has everything but a portable bathroom. I know that makes no sense. I'm crooked again today, and I don't know why. I've got to recalibrate. Let's see. Hi, Fuzz. I was almost going to do another thing with the moose. But I figured I'm not in, like, I'm where the pyramid is and they're doing work. So it's not, like, really car friendly at the moment. I'd be afraid that someone would break into the car for no reason. So, yes, Papa Cat's supposed to be working, can't you tell? Guess I'll have to get him his last cookie because he leaves me at like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, and he takes a taxi. So, hi, sitting on the fence. Aren't you the one that has the membership? I think it's buy me a coffee or something. We have to make, see, I've got it in the back of my head and it won't leave. We have to make a video on the ferry. I'm in nobody's line of sight. Well, they sure didn't see me come up because I never even turned right. So getting back will be interesting. I may have to like literally cut this off at 1 hour because traffic was a little crazy already, and people love to go up to Tahoe, Angels Camp, places like that. So, you know how it is. Ah, so now you can see what I can see. Oh, I'm blocking a doorway to do that. Oh, now I'm not blocking a doorway to do that. I can't get her in here. Bummer. So, yes, okay. Yeah, we want to do a ferry thing for you. And it's to get me on the ferry because I haven't been on a ferry since I was probably 13. Last time I was on a ferry was to take my aunt to Alcatraz. Dad was working, or Dad was away. Actually, he's, radar tech is what he used to be. And his cutter went out awesome. I mean, often. I don't know why. Well, no, I should figure out and know why. So yeah, my aunt was here, and weirdly enough, see, this is the age difference in my parents. My aunt was 6 years older than me. She was the baby on my dad's side, my stepdad's side, who's my dad. So I wish I could see. Oh wait, I can see her. I wish I could get like face recognition stuff. So, but they're never close enough, not even on the phone, unless I can use one of my cameras. But I don't think my cameras. I want to stream, so I don't think I can stream with the phone. See, it's not coming into focus. I've been tapping it to focus. Maybe now it will. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I forgot to turn my ringer off. See, she's over my. I got to. Oh, look, someone caught me, or is about to catch me. You know she's right there, right? It's one of those days. You know, you should go away. Oh, I wonder if she's hiding. She's gone, yeah. Okay. Hi, Carrie Ann. Hi, Tuki. Robert Jones. Yes, they get out all the time. But if I drive by, you said, wow, an open door. If I drive by, they see the car because it's blue. So, and it's a really obnoxious blue. So, someone's figured out what color my car is. No, it's been taking a while. I don't think they realize I'm here. That's what all the black is for, I bet. Let's see. Ooh, let's see if I can keep calm enough to get her face. That's as far as I can go in. Do you get her face or is it blurry? I'm trying. See, this is... I bought a... What? She sued everybody. Sorry, that's a famous lawyer here. I bought a Sony ZV-1, I think it's called, because I was going to vlog from my desk. Oh, what? Something's in... There it is. And of course, 2 weeks later, I come out here and that's not a streaming camera. Which in a weird way is cool because even though it's just my phone, and I can't get another one for another year because my brother bought this for me straight up. The Samsung unfortunately films better than the dumb one. That's what I call Apple. But I always like drill holes into the cases so I can have a wrist strap because I've had wrist straps on my phone since my second one. And so, come on, focus. I'm hitting a little button that says to focus. There, we're better. So yeah, I do have camera straps on my, but I would have to probably get a different gimbal. Yeah, I'm sitting here contemplating the world. Come on, focus on her. They have not seen me. This is so weird. There we go. It keeps grabbing the flyers from the other side. So, and they seriously don't know I'm here. I love it. So, can we see her face? Unfortunately, that's the only, as far as I can, oops. Zoom in. Ah. Okay, I'm trying to get her centered. So let's see if I can focus again. Yeah, they really, I mean, you can't see my extensions either because they're on, I call it backwards, where my color is on top of my glitter. So if you're not paying attention, you wouldn't see me. I've never been this unassuming in my life. Watch, they'll realize it's me and then they'll come and close the doors. Ooh, who's that? Oh my God. I've never seen her before. Is she a new Sea Org member? You know, because they're having to bring down Sea Org over here, I bet. Come on, stop moving around. There you go. There. Oh, they're both at computers. Oh my God, I wonder why. Well, let's sneak down to the other one and see what they do. And I can catch up on my chat. Let's see, where are we? Fuzz is all over the place as usual. Because, you know, she's got that research instinct in her like I do. Oops, okay. Yeah, I know, I have to, or maybe I'll make one next week. Popcat's going to be gone all week, so maybe I'll find some place to do it, like the Rose Garden or something. Weirdly enough, Oakland has a beautiful rose garden. Yes, an open door, the Thetans will get out. It's like, it keeps, you know, let's see. Yep. I don't think they see me. I really don't. I think I'd have to rely on the back door. So, let's see, everybody's saying hi. And that's the thing, I don't know. I have a question I'll ask in a minute. Handcuffs, yes. And it's not even like a fetish weekend. Let's see. Thank you. And that's a picture of a neighbor's dog when their dog was a puppy. So, like the Joker. Yes, Bunny Melon B. Okay, hi. Hi, Robert James. I think I said that already. You'll get cooties. You shouldn't be doing that. It's not good for you. Now they're really going to close all the doors. Yeah, her hair looked a little strange. So it might be a wig. People are, or people who are not African American are wearing more wigs nowadays. So, let me see. No face. Hi, Sean. Maybe I'll tell you this week. It's funny. It's just so like funny joke that even the one I want to come with me on Mondays now, she even laughed when I said I called you Sean. So, oh, I'm sorry. You shouldn't go in there. It's bad for you. You'll get cooties. You don't want cooties, do you? You see if this door is open. You guys need to unlock that door if you're going to use it for an entrance for real. I could just walk down to the fire station that's 2 blocks away and ask them if this back door should be. Oh, poor babies. Did I hurt your feelings? Oh my God. Yes, sub to Carrie Ann. Sub to anybody on here who's got a feed. I do not mind advertising feeds as long as they're okay. You know, we got to keep it PG rated around here. The only one allowed to cuss is me. But who was it? Natalie this morning, one of her mods said, if you want to say a swear word, just put asterisks in it. You know, F, asterisk, K, U. You know, something like that. I know. Isn't it funny? They all like try to act like they're all tough and stuff. It's so funny. We're going to close that door. Well, I think because the door is brass, that it swells probably with the heat or something. Yeah, actually that would make sense, and contracts with the cold, which will be fun during the winter because I bet you the door will open by itself. So, yeah, oh God. I don't... They looked at it, turned around and walked away. See, those are smart teenagers or college kids. Can't tell. Do you know there actually was something on CNN, because I can watch like CNN replay or something, that said that the younger ones are actually staying younger, but I didn't stick around because I was getting dressed. But, you know, so it's like I may say that they're teenagers. I almost had them. I'm protesting.
Oh, Scientology?
Yes. I heard you say South Park. I still haven't seen that episode, believe it or not.
Exactly.
I know it is. Everybody says, you know, it's like,
it's pretty
why haven't you seen it yet? I'm like, oh, I don't know. So, yeah, no, I come here about an hour a day, hang out, make fun of them. I'm surprised they'll have their doors closed really soon.
They don't like
huh?
What do they believe in?
I have no clue what they believe. They believe in something that a science fiction writer in the 50s wrote. Yeah.
Have you taken the personality test?
Zenu! I know where Zeno is! Do you know where Zeno is? They're not supposed to know until they're like up in the higher levels who Zeno is. He's an alien.
Oh, better watch.
Is he like their leader?
He's a big alien who thousands of years ago he took people from his planet because his planets were overrun. God, I feel like an idiot saying this. That's bad when the fire marshal has his lights going. They don't do anything but stare. So yeah, thousands of years ago, 65,000 years ago, Zenu cleared his planets out for overpopulation. He froze them. Then he supposedly dropped them in volcanoes around on Earth. And then he flew DC-8s. He said that his planet looked just like our planet in the 50s. So he flew DC-8s and dropped hydrogen bombs in all of the volcanoes. And so what happened is that it destroyed the bodies, but it didn't destroy their souls. So now they come in and invade your body, and that's what they're trying to do, is clear all of that from your body. So, and it goes along in levels. You, for the first, I think, 3 or 4, it's like courses. They tell you you're clear, and then they tell you you're not at the beginning of the next one. So then you have to, it takes about $250,000 to go to the highest level.
So you pay to get up.
People pay for their families to get in because none of this is free. None.
They'll like slave you away doing like simple work, right? They make you do like.
Well, no, you can work for them, but if you
Are they
leave,
religious? If you work for them, like.
no, because they supposedly don't have a god,
Oh.
except
So you don't believe in this if you want to work
Oh,
for them?
just
though?
aliens.
So that
No
lady
God,
working
just
there.
aliens. So it's just that's much more realistic.
oh, you need to grow up and be a protester. Yes.
Also, it's like you believe in some supernatural thing, but you're not. It's just all the supernatural is evil.
Oh yeah, no, I'm the devil. That's why I said, and that's why I also said Zenu, because they're not supposed to know about him until they're like at the second phase, the third level.
So that's like $250,000 in.
Well, to the 8th level,
Isn't
yes.
that one woman who went missing was like part of the. Do you know what I mean? It's
Which
right?
one, dear?
That's just the famous one.
There's one who self-emulated. You know what that word is. When they got her back. There was another one that they took back and they hid her in their hospital and she died a month later. There are other people who go there, they starve them, they die. And a lot of people who reach the very top, people commit suicide because there's nothing different at the top and it costs them anywhere from $250,000 to $1 million.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Good head for it.
You can't even breathe without having to pay them money when you get in those stores. So they charge for absolutely everything.
Free personality test.
Yeah, but it comes with, I don't know how many videos that are 2 hours long because they can't tell you anymore. They're not allowed to talk about it anymore. So you have to, they'll sit you down, watch the videos, and then by the end of it, you have to buy a Dianetics book, which is $35. That's the joke. You don't want to get in those doors because it'll take 2 hours and $35. And they're really good at making people do what they do
Yeah.
because that's part of their training. Yes.
Well, I feel like if it's such a system and you have people who seem like they're super, they have a lot of authority saying like, no, this is real, it's
Well, when you reach the very top, you're supposed to be one of those people who can say it's real. But a lot of them are like, no, it's not. There are still aliens in my body and I can't cure cancer myself. Because that's what you're supposed to do when you reach the very top. You're supposed to make yourself perfect. You're supposed to have no more of those souls running around. I say they're Velcro balls because they're just like, you walk and they're supposed to let go on you. So it's like, and they find out this doesn't happen, so a lot of them leave. Few of them kill themselves. Oh, I'm not supposed to say it on YouTube. They're talking about something else, my chat. I was like, I never look when I'm talking to people. But yeah, and it's what you can afford. So it may not be $250,000 for some people. It may be less. They're actually in Inglewood right now, which is like an East LA type of neighborhood that they put in a beautiful new community center. And we think they're doing that so they can get kids because people are leaving here like crazy. And they specialize in children, unfortunately. That's why a lot of people are protesting because they were SA'd as children.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and they start teaching them at about, now they say 9. It used to be like 6.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's why I am one of,
Many.
I think
Yeah.
we're 205 now all around the world.
Yeah.
And it pretty much went in a high gear because they made fun of a cop chaser and made fun of his son dying and said it was his fault because he should have been a better parent. And that's what started all of this second tier protesting. Yeah. So managed to close a recruiting center in LA down. This one, they're bringing more people into, I've just noticed. So
Isn't the LA pretty big
Unfortunate,
just
though,
because
'cause
that's
there's
where,
such
like, money from? I know they're really big colleges.
I'm sorry, but we're talking.
In LA, they have like a lot of more like power there because like that's where they have.
Well, that's where the big blue building is. That's where the major campus is. It's like, excuse me, it's not necessarily the biggest because the most important one is in Ojai in the desert. And that's the one where they kept people in double wide trailers when they got in trouble and would just throw food. Supposedly just rice and beans. And obviously they didn't cook them well if everybody says it would kill them. So it's like, yeah, the big one's in Ojai. We don't know where the little guy is. The head of Scientology is about my height, maybe shorter. And we always tease that he's the little guy. So we don't know where he is. He's got a bunch of houses. They own a lot of property. That's their tax shelter.
Yeah.
The problem is they're not keeping those buildings up. one of the buildings is about to get taxed because it's sitting in the middle of a nice neighborhood. It was a old Masonic center, and they're laying it fall apart. So it's a landmark on top of that. So this one's a landmark
Yeah,
too.
I was just saying, well, that's such
Yeah.
a pretty building, and they so much.
Well, they supposedly renovated it when they got here, so maybe they painted. Everything's starting to peel now. If you look on the windows on the sun side, it's starting to peel. But that building became that building. Is Transamerica. It says so on the very top. But before that, it was owned by the Fugazi brothers, and one of the brothers wound up opening Scientology. So this is all the Gilded Age, Edwardian, depending on what side of the earth you're on. So yeah. So, and unfortunately, it's like we have to sit here and play Scientology stay away guides. But it's worth it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to get I'm trying to do the tax status and the getting them out of there, because it's like, yeah, they drive you nuts, but they're also brainwashed.
Yeah.
So, and they do it really well. So, yeah, it's totally a cult.
Yeah.
I do it. What started me doing it was Jonestown, because I was 10 when it happened. Yeah. So, and I was with my grandmother, and she was a news freak. So we got to watch it constantly for 4 days.
Oh, really great. I'm sure that's great for a 10-year-old to watch.
My grandmother turned me into a news feed. It's like, finally got off the internet or off the cable. Took forever, right? We're older though, so we don't like to do that. But it was just like, I don't have my CNN in real time anymore. So it's like, it's good though, because it keeps you, news is bad. I've noticed news is bad for you. It makes you depressed. So go have fun and enjoy the rest of the day, and just think, I'm sorry you have to go in there. You know it causes cooties, right? Cooties is my new word for it. They're called Phaetons, but I don't like that word, so I just say cooties.
They like count your things in the test, right?
Yeah, it's OT levels, which is operating Phaeton level. And God, I can't remember the rest. There's just a whole bunch of things. You pick what you can remember and use that, basically. So, yeah.
Insane.
I know. You're welcome, guys. Nice talking to you, too. So they had to find out the hard way I was here. Oh, well. Just some Fuzzy or just some me, Bunny? Bunny Melon. I love having more bunnies. Okay, let's see. What did I miss? So, yeah, they were for probably college-age kids that are just roaming around the city like they do. I was giving them as much excuse me, information as I could to make it just as fast. You know, I know when that face is coming in of, can we go now? So it was like, I don't have an emoji for cooties. I don't think anybody does. If you want to do it off the original cootie, because, you know, it's a game too. It was the little bug thing. So, and I thought it was funny. The time I look over, you guys are talking about something else. Yes. Also, it doesn't have to necessarily be subscribers, but remember when Carrie Ann said run my videos on a loop? It's also hours I could do it on, because I have the videos and stuff. Zeno is back and coming for you, Tom Cruise. I like that. Yes, El Sacramento, give them more subs after this. I have to learn to say after me, or if you have more than one laptop. I have 4 or 5. Don't ask. I don't kill electronics. I have to like turn them in. So as long as I can get a Windows update for my computers, I keep them. So I don't know. I'm still really low. I mean, I sat, I think, on 1800 for like a couple of months, and nobody's watching the shorts either, and I have it as a playlist. Weirdly enough, people like Abby, the orange tabby, better than Birdie, who's the Norwegian forest. It's like, that's the one we call a supermodel. I figured you guys would have liked that one better, but no. Look, it's one of those cars. I should do, I should look it up and see what the charges are, and if I can do a loop. So get in here and go, I'd like to loop right back here and see if they would, and I'll do the stream from them, because it just looks so, I haven't seen any accidents lately. It was like the first month I think I was here, or the second month I was here, they were like, they weren't accidents per se, but they were like run up on the curb and just missed it. So is there anybody in there? Yes, I think there was somebody in there. And besides, who wouldn't want to ride in a Jaguar SUV just to make fun of it? Okay. I didn't do anything to keep them from coming in. They just wanted to know what was going on because one of the kids even talked about South Park. Haha. And I still haven't seen it. I need to watch it. So I don't even know half of the stuff I could be saying. So, you know, if you found your friends and family, tell them to meet you at the beach, have a bonfire, enjoy yourself, you'd be much happier than you are now. You know that. So you can't just walk out. At this point, you know what my car is. So you can always hide behind my car. And then I will ask you a few questions to see if you're sincere. And then I'll help you get out. I will help the ball start rolling. Because that is also what some of us do for real, is we will help you. We will help the ones that walk around out here and don't look happy if you just say something. sptvfoundation.org, sptvfoundation.com. Oh, so you can't do that. That's a fire hazard. You cannot put anything together in front of that door. Not even the shears. So that's as close as you're ever going to get to not having to listen to me. So, and that back door is going to get unlocked this weekend because I'll have a lot of time to do nothing. And like I said, the big firehouse is 2 blocks away and it looks like a big ice cube. And I can talk to them and probably even walk back with one of them to show that your back door is locked. And that's the main entrance you use while the time I'm here. Now, do you want that to happen? You can get out, though. It is not the end of the world if you want to get out.
Everything okay?
Sorry?
Everything okay?
Yes, I'm protesting. Why?
Hey, just making sure you're good.
Yeah. Have a good one. That was weird. Probably a distraction. So, yes, if you want to get out, people can help. Hi, Lily. Hemet, why do I always think it's... they're not going to go there, but I should have just said the desert somewhere out there. Not where Burning Man is. 400, 500 miles down. But yes, wouldn't you rather have to get out to be in a beautiful day like this, getting a little sun, vitamin D, you know, and eating at your favorite place around here without having to worry about me when you come back? Or that you're doing it in the right time? Or should you be doing it right now and not worried about that you should have been doing something else at this time? You know, you can start looking for jobs anywhere you want, and you can start doing that at the main library. There is an easy way to get there that doesn't have any hills involved. You basically go down to Market Street and then walk towards the hills. That's all flat, so you won't have to worry about these hills from Chinatown and Nob Hill. And then you can go look online, but when you're done looking online, you can go into the history and then hit clear history, and then you won't be counted as being there. So they wouldn't be able to find it. But if I was you, I would make sure I'm not wearing anything that you have worn here, because those little receptors are very tiny nowadays and do accept probably some kind of satellite hookup. I'm sure somebody will sell something like that. So they will tag you and they'll put up with it, and you'll just think it's like, you know, a little tag or something like embroidered over, you know. There's a million ways to do it, but I wouldn't even wear shoes or undies or even hair things if you're going to go try to get yourself out. All libraries, main libraries, usually have computers that you can use as a public person. And I'm sure most of them have like what is it called? Well, anyway, someplace a list you can write your name down and use, because there's probably like a 15-minute limit or something on it. So you can do it that way and start getting yourself out. And you can do it without them knowing, because when you want to leave here for good, then you don't have to deal with the freeloader's debt, because it's not enforceable. And besides, you've traded all your time for your coursework. I think your time is probably worth all of that money that they want to charge you. So you can leave. It isn't hard. Freaks. Okay. Hi, Keith. I know. I should like do my Fridays like longer, because it's like there's probably nobody. Thanks, Fuzz. I keep forgetting it. That is funny. Just the guy asking me, "Are you okay?" It's like, what the hell do you think I'm doing? The number, if you want to know, is 727-266-5797. That's for the sptfoundation.org. Hi, Desmond. Say hi, Keith. Hi, Lily. I know I do it again. The brave fog is real, actually. Thank you for mentioning Hemet Good, because when you get caught being wrong, you're more likely to remember it if you have the wherewithal to be okay with you doing wrong. So if you're a type of person who says, "Oh, I never do anything wrong," then you'll never retain it. But someone like me, if it's like, "Oh, it's Hemet, not oh hi," cool. So the next time I think about saying the name, I'll go, "It's not Hemet, it's oh no, it's not oh hi, it's Hemet," and it'll probably just be like that. So I actually have What is Scientology book. I think I paid $9 for it, but like $11 for shipping. Puppy's heavy. I need to start reading it, since Papa Cat is going to be gone next week. I have a habit of just rattling around and doing things to make me tired and to make the make time go by. So, because I don't like to leave the cats alone. Isn't that just like hilarious? I don't want to leave the girlies at home by themselves, so I stay home. Who knows? I wanted you to see. I've got little bows in the back of my head. That's the update for today. I might have to start wearing an eyebrow pencil. That's weird. Because yes, the points are real. Oh, they've closed the first curtain. Did they close the second one? Yes, they closed the second one. And they closed... Nope, just the second one. And this is actually the one that counts, because this is the one that looks out, or looks into the... They're like little conference area. I guess it's probably where they do morning muster. And yeah, talk about a pain in the butt. They are the ones who prettied this place up. I bet you $1 million it's part of the loophole, but they should be trying to keep it up, don't you think? Yeah, I looked up the building. That's how I found out the Fugazi brothers are the ones who had this built, or well, they were the original owners, and then the brothers, I guess, went their separate ways, and the other brother started Transamerica, and so he had this. But when I found the article to this building, a couple of articles, they bought it 3 years before, I think, and they refurbished it. So that means they painted it. It was slightly run down. I might have to go back into when I was starting to come here to see if those marble veneers were real. They might want to just look at the fire escape, because it looks a little rattly. Today's update bows. When my hair was longer, I wore bows in my hair constantly, because it's so heavy that I have to twist it up. People thought I had a bob already. So let's go over it again. You get a hold of Experian. You find out what your credit is like, because they'll give you credit history. And then you find out where it's being sent to you, like your overdue notices and things like that. And find out if they're being sent to here where you are now, or if they're just being sent to LA and they're not getting forwarded to you, which is a federal offense. So you want those getting sent to you, because then you can start working with these companies to get your to cut off, first thing you should do is if you have any credit cards or you have an ATM card, I have to look that one up for you, but your credit cards can all be inactive. You still have them, but they're inactive. So you can do that, and then you can go in and ask them, make arrangements to pay them back by like a certain dollar amount a month. And I wouldn't even actually be surprised if it'd be based on what you're getting paid. So that way you can stay in a scale that way, and you can pay it back, which is convenient to you. And when you do that, that means that you're starting to get your credit rating up, because I'm sure all of these courses that you don't know you're being charged for are on there, and you have to clear these now. They won't give you a free pass. Nobody will ever give you a free pass, but they will give you a hall pass, and they'll help you to bring your credit or what you owe down, because the way the world works right now is mostly on credit, because you can go to another country now and use your credit card, and that's the way they want it. It's probably a big old conspiracy to get the paper and coins out of the system. So that way you can also seem like you're doing okay in the credit world when you're paying everything off. So like I said, I'll look up the ATM thing for you guys, but that's where you start. Experian, there are two other companies that you can look up online at the main library, and they can help you with your horrible credit. But yes, the one thing you need to do is make all of your credit cards inactive first. That way nobody will take any money away from you. If you have some kind of subscription on one of your cards, then consolidate them to the cheapest card balance you have. And say that and you can actually tell your credit card people that only these people are allowed to make payments from there, or take payments from there. So that's it for today, freaks. But I never went to a grad weekend or anything like that, so Palm Springs doesn't mean anything to me. The last thing I knew about Palm Springs was, oh God, some old school star lived there. But yeah, I'm not a heat person either, so I love going to Vegas because you can like freeze your butt off and thaw between the two. But I'm not a big fan of heat. Never have been. Probably it's why I stay here, because the Mediterranean heat, the heat we've had is nothing compared to the heat everybody's had. It's like most areas are hot between May and September, and we go off and on. And Carl, my fog brother, that's what I'm going to start calling him, is right at the top of the hills. So I couldn't see the iconic Golden Gate Bridge until I got on the bridge. So the fog is threatening to come in, and the wind is a little bit cool. So our heat wave will be ending today probably. And yes, our version of a heat wave. No, there are some places that are out of the Bay Area, just over the hill in the other direction, that went up to 90. Why are there so many? That's like the third one I've seen so far. Maybe they're only used in North Beach. That'd be funny. Excuse me, I don't know what's wrong with my throat. Oh, it could be, my cooties, or the plague. My mom used to say things like, gotten a cold that just lingers a little bit. It's the plague, so don't worry. Oh, okay, Lily, we want you always here to help. I trust Fuzz's. I trust Fuzz. Let's face it. Oh my God, we missed a corgi. Can I pet?
Her name's Lo.
Hi. Oh. Is she a little lap dog?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, cute. Thank you.
Yeah, have a good day.
You too. I got some corgi action. I know, I'm so easily amused, but corgis are the bomb. If If they weren't built the way they were, we could have them. But this is where I should have gotten my ranch house. Yes, Corgi Tech. And where we walk now, it's getting to be regular to on the wharf. We're getting a lot of more puppies there. I wouldn't be surprised if they start doing, and it wasn't Florida, it was Key West, where they watch the sun go down. You can see it perfectly from where we are, go behind Mount Tam, which is in Marin, which is up above everybody. So, but that's the fun part. You can watch the sun go over Mount Tam on this side. You go to the East Bay and go over the hill, and you can watch all the tarantulas go down. Oh God, now I can't remember. If you're listening, tell me. Because he hates spiders. Yeah, for some reason the tarantulas go up or down. I can't remember. Oh God, I've got to start reading books again. Weirdly enough, paper books are more good, are better for you than tech, because the tech doesn't let your eyes calm down or something about the, you know, the colors and things. So that's why I have the book. Okay. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you miss being on a chat with a friend of yours because they're on Instagram? Do you miss things like that? Because you can't do any of that when you belong here. You can't even go on the internet. I wouldn't be surprised if your phones all they do is call people. So it's really easy to lock down a phone. So that's why I suggest going to the library to find things. You know, your oldest friends that you had when you joined here probably still would have no problem being your friend now because they miss you. Do you like being missed? Do you feel that energy that people are calling your name? You know, it's really possible because, you know, otherwise I wouldn't be out here and yelling if I didn't think you'd have a life out here. I'm not the devil. I don't have a religion, so I don't believe in the devil. Neither. So don't you just want to like come out and be wherever you are and wherever you come from? If you live here and you would love it to live here and do something else, you should be able to. There shouldn't be a problem with that. In the real world, there's not. The organization will not disintegrate if you leave. You will not get pneumonia and die. Besides the fact that we have 5 hospitals around here that can take care of you. 2 county hospitals that work in trauma as it is. So there isn't anything bad that would happen to you. There's urgent care. There's emergencies. If you've got pneumonia and they can hear it, you'll be going through an emergency. They don't care if you have medical insurance or not. So that's what you need to remember too, that if it's something traumatic, you can go to the ER and they have to service you because it's the ER. So you just need to step out and enjoy yourself. You know, smiling outside is probably a way to feel nice about yourself. You're not gaining anything from there. You get in trouble if you don't know what a word is. You have to go all the way back to the beginning of the course if you have to ask a question, because you're supposed to completely understand Scientology by the time you get to OT8, if you get to OT8. I've heard that it has taken some people 20 to 25 years. Do you really want to spend all that time finding out that OT8 is not a big deal? Because the ones who used to be in Scientology who are OT8s found out it wasn't that big of a deal and everything did not go perfectly with their bodies. So think of it that way. You'll still have a headache, you'll still have heartburn, everything you will still have because your body will not automatically fix itself. It does not work that way. And if you're depressed and don't know why, you know, that can be something that's going on chemically in your body or in your brain. So wouldn't you rather find out what can be fixed as opposed to what can't be fixed? And find out that your therapist would actually be your best friend if you could help it. So we shouldn't all have to worry about why we are depressed. It shouldn't be something that gets you into trouble, because that's not the way it works in the real world. Actually, you know, people want something like this done because the world doesn't want you to be angry. I don't want you to be angry. So we don't, and all of us don't want you to be angry. And knowledge reports are not supposed to be bad. Knowledge reports are supposed to be good. And so, because not knowing a word is not something that should get you in Zenu jail. So if you don't know a word, you can go look it up. From what I heard, they have, I gave somebody my phone number. Sorry, I had to drown that guy out. That's why I kept talking. Because they've caught me on songs before. Yeah, the first time I got dinged was for a Roberta Flack song that somebody was playing out of their car really loud. And actually that should have showed me that they watch it, and because it was in the middle, and they caught me and reported me to YouTube. So if I start talking, it gets weird. It's because I can't shut up. And don't anybody say, well, of course you can't shut up. Shut up. Okay. Yes, got some Corgi, which is really nice. And I think they get de-summered. I think, because that Corgi was not very fluffy and wasn't greasy. So it was like, that Corgi had some hair. So yeah, and it also seems that they're not they're not driving me crazy right now, because I am only one person, and one person should not be a detriment to their organization, don't you think? Oh my God, they are getting Depp, Cooties, Niacin overdose, back up, and Scientology special walk. I haven't forgotten anything. No defense. You haven't forgotten anything. Hi, Zenu free. Oh, yeah, and I'm giggling today because it's just sort of goofy. But I did educate the young ones. They enjoyed it for the good 5 minutes we hung around. If Papa Cat wants to do something that's good for me, go find me the Scientology episode. Oh, they're having fun across the street. They're giggling. I think they serve wine across the streets. So that's the only thing I ever have to worry about is the drunks coming from the cafes. But usually in the middle of the day, they don't get that drunk that fast. But that guy was weird. Checking out if everything was okay. Sorry, dead air staring at a chihuahua. So I guess it's supposed to scare me. Please. I grew up here. I know when a neighborhood is not good. And if someone does something to me here after 6 months, I will report Scientology, because nothing has happened to me now. And because it's a tourist attraction area. So if anything happens to me after I've been asked if everything is okay, that means I make a complaint to Sciento. So yes, I got to get serious for a minute. And now every time I hear like this music that's really loud, I think, oh my God, they're trying to not dox me. They're trying to what? Let's see. They are trying to get me kicked off of YouTube, because isn't there a way that if you get too many complaints, you go in like YouTube jail for a month or something? Wow. Maybe they have my phone number. That is like the third one I've had, because they vibrate on my phone. So that was like the third one I have. And it would be annoying, except for the fact that I always forget to turn my ringer back on. So it's like, luckily enough, I glance at my phone like every hour, because my dad's been talking to me because he's up in Portland visiting the family, and where they go for their vacation is burning down. So I don't think they're going to be able to go and have recreation. So they have to be careful. Because someone I know has a vacation home up there that they use, but that's all in a Series 2 evacuation or something like that. So yes, now Oregon and California are burning down as normal. It's the beginning of July, so usually it's August, but hey, I'll see when I see my goats. See my goats in about August. I'll do a live stream talking to the goats. So I don't feel like giving them any more information. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? The last person or the first person that Scientology wanted you to declare was probably the most influential person in your life. So you should figure out who did you abandon first, and then talk to them if you really want to get out, because if they were the most important person in your life, that means that they would probably not have a problem if you call them up and say, help me, I'm leaving. So it's amazing what your friends will do for you once you tell them you're getting out of here. That's all you have to do, is just walk outside the door and run for your life to the BART station and then go find a shelter. No, call 727-266-5797. Did I get that right? I can't find it now. You put it up here, Fuzz. 727-266-5797. sptvfoundation.org, sptvfoundation.com, thesptvfoundation.org, thesptvfoundation.com. You can get a hold of them to start doing the right thing, because you're wasting the better parts of your livelihood being here and believing in something that's really not happening, and having to give all your money that you can afford to them not to achieve a full enlightenment. That's why those places in the 70s, like IT and EST, they didn't get very far, because they weren't giving what they were telling you, and people said they didn't want to deal with it anymore. And unfortunately, your organization gets people when they're at the most vulnerable, so when they finally feel better a year later, they're stuck. If that's how you got stuck, you should leave, because that's just the easiest way to brainwash people. And that's what they do. They brainwash very efficiently, which isn't a good thing. That's why I'm hoping to catch people who are at their worst with Scientology, because there are streamers who actually were listening to the protesters and left that way. You don't have to have an interview with me. If you ever wind up behind my car, it is completely confidential, because the last thing we want to do is notify Scientology that any of you are out. That's the thing. We will not say a word. And the foundation does not say a word. It's treated like a shelter. Shelters don't give any information, don't give out anything like how much they're giving you and where you are, things like that. You will just have disappeared into nothingness. So you can literally come out here and disappear into nothingness, and they'll never find you for at least 2 or 3 years. And by then you will be completely confident that you do not need this place. Freaks. And they listen to me too. Interesting. That's an interesting one. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Yes, I've said that too. Freeloader Debt is not enforceable. I think that might have gotten attention though. Is I bet you $1 million that Scientology says that, you know, they're gonna tell everybody you left and tell everybody this and everybody that. And no, this is like addiction or families finding shelter. You just disappear, and that's it. So, and my condo is secure to the nines. And that's just because we're paranoid techies. So it's like my place was that way before, within 2 weeks of me moving in. So that's the funny part. It's like if anybody talks about things that, you know, don't do this and don't do that, it's like, are you kidding? I have frickin' security systems up the butt. I even have like 3 or 4 security browsers on my phone. And that's just because, you know, we're weird. So, yeah, most techies are like that too. And, you know, Dad with the 3-letter acronyms. So, yeah, no, we don't tell anybody anything, you know. I would come here tomorrow and you wouldn't know a damn thing about me. If somebody disappeared, it would not be on me. I would just go, I don't know what you're talking about. So, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they tell people that if you go with them, they'll tell everybody. It's like, no, we won't. So, Yeah, I should actually get why a freeloader debt is not enforceable. Like, what would it be under? Because it is a unique debt. So I'm trying to think. It's like, even if they found somebody who took them to court, they could probably do what I said, which is turn all of their time rated at the base where the wage is here, and I think the wage is $12.50 here, and convert it into what they have bought, or what coursework they've done, because I think it has to be a straight exchange of what these people are charging, and then what they charge for their books. There's another one with someone in the front seat. Wow, there are 3 people in it riding around. It's like, how do you like it? I don't want to be a commercial though for those things. So, yeah, I have something to read. In the morning, I'm getting more busy in the morning instead of just sitting there watching Natalie and Marilyn, and those 2 are pretty, and Rabbit, of course. Yeah, because, Rabbit is just freaking awesome. But yeah, I have a squirrel that has teeth, and I want to call it Natalie because that's what I think of. It's, the really cute squirrel, it has teeth. Arr, arr, arr. So, and I have a volcano with 2 dragons, and one of the dragons was a name we don't really talk about anymore, and the other one was Aaron. So now I have to think who the other dragon is going to be now. But yeah, the teeth one I got at a goth fair because there's a guy who does who puts teeth on pretty animals. I have a unicorn with teeth, and then I have a squirrel with teeth. So, oh my God, we're at the. I'm listening. So everybody's walked away. In a weird way that might be good because I actually appreciate the ones who just talk. Because yeah, I can have them turned up and just do what I'm doing. And I don't know what it is about our floor plan in the top floor. I could have I have one of my computers in the master bath because I'm never using the tub, and I can have that thing blaring and you can't hear it basically when you get into the hallway because I don't know, so many, it can't hear it when I go to Papa Cat's office, which is up there with my craft room. So this is what happens when you get to turn in 2 houses. So it's like, no, yeah, we are bougie, I guess, but not that kind of bougie. So that's the fun one. I can actually turn it up to listen to it in the shower. But I think I'm going to take Natalie's recommendation and get one for the shower. But when it's like Rabbit, most of the time she's not showing much, and or it's not something I care to see, or like that. I'll have them, Nora. I'll have them up, and I'll be like cleaning arranging, since I'm OCD. Everything's like perfectly arranged, and make the bed and stuff. So I'm trying to get up earlier. I'm hoping for 8:30. I just got 8:45 a year ago. Now I want to do 8:30. I'm a goth chick and work in nightclubs. I don't think I went to bed. I've gone to bed at 8:30 or woken up at 8:30. See? In centuries. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you wish your friends and family were here and with you? I'm sorry, you can go in. I won't film you. You can go in if you want. They don't speak English. I think they're Italian. So let them have fun. So yes, I know everybody's listening to me. See, there's another one. That's 4, 5 in 1 hour. Maybe that, well, I think you order them. So I'm sorry. Have a nice day. Wish your day could be better. Oh, she wanted to talk. She turned and looked at me. She wanted to talk. Dead air. Anyway. So yes, I know ASL is wrapped up in dead air, and that's what he taught me, unfortunately. Now I don't want dead air. So, oh, she's still looking at me again as I look at her. No, I'm not up for an argument. She comes back to me then, yeah. But the two that went in, we'll see what happens. Hopefully they're snotty enough that they come back out. Hopefully they don't get stuck in there, because that's one of the things I can't do. I can't block the walkway, so I am not going to deal with cops just because I block the walkway. Because yeah, last time they asked me, were you blocking the walkway? Okay, what is Zoox? Z-O-O-X. I see those cars everywhere too. And it's not a self-driving car from what I can see, unless it's a better version of it. So there's got to be at least one tech head still, you know, on here. So tell me. Yes, it is. But also remember, Scientology is now in arbitration. El Sarmento, sorry, said, on the other hand, in the Wallersheim versus Church of Scientology lawsuit, the Freeloader bill was viewed by the court as a form of undue financial coercion to dissuade people from leaving the church. And it's like, yes, but that's the only legal significance of the Freeloader bill, is that it helped an ex-Scientologist collect money from the church. But now they do arbitration, which Nora did a whole thing about arbitration. Unfortunately, most of the places I've worked for are arbitration. Oh, that was fun. Look at that. And they're giggling at each other, so you know she probably came out and said, "Oh hell no." But yeah, our binding arbitration sucks. And when you sign the probably the billion-year contract has it mentioned in there. So I've never understand arbitration because it's not done by a third party. It never is. It's done by somebody there or a lawyer representing them. So arbitration is just a joke. So it's like, you better leave. My thing was, you better leave and be happy. But with these guys, no. I'm sure there are enough people, and maybe the Innocence Project, instead of supporting Scott Peterson, it's like, talk about doing something for the clicks. I'm sorry. I hope you have a better day and you don't get covered in cooties. I hope they're just doing it for the clicks, because I am sort of pissed that the Innocence Project is taking over Scott Peterson, which happened here, so that's why I know. And Rabbit mentioned it this morning, and you know, she was just like, huh? And I'm like, I did read something about that a couple of months ago, and it was like, no, I wish they could figure out a way to have fundraising a different way, because this is a way to fundraise, because I don't want that idiot out of jail, because you know, the new DNA techniques and the Innocence Project has a lot of like clout, so they can actually prove that he didn't touch something or another. But it's like, isn't it also extenuating circumstances? So anyway, but yeah, binding arbitration. But you know what? I'm sure there are people that'll help you try to get out of it. It's also why Tori still says they owe her $1 million, because I think that's what she had contributed, but it didn't. Oh God, these cars are just crazy today. It's probably what her freeloader is. So, but no, she also said she helped other people get there. So, but yeah, that's why she's not doing it, because it would have to be an expensive lawyer probably, and that's hard. So, especially when everybody's trying to do 50 different things at a time. Yes, El Sarmento. Yes, we will get you live. I got live because of Prism. Look it up. I can't remember. I only had like 250, I think, when I went live. Cause it's like a sort of a backdoor thing. There are ways to get live without the numbers. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't think arbitration should exist because it's always done with their side. But I would assume, and we all know that that's what it does. I've been an ass for ages. She was talking, the way she was talking is like they have convinced themselves, you know, or convinced judges because yes. Yes. Okay, I'll have to watch that. But yeah, well, the Supreme Court needs to be. Don't even start me. That's not necessarily politics. That's actually government. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you wish you were? Jesus. Sorry, that was somebody calling me again. I'm gonna have to get a Google number and use from now on. Do you wish you were on the beach enjoying yourself with your friends, having a bonfire at nighttime because we can here? Do you wish that you were at a picnic somewhere or going to Tahoe with your friends for the weekend or running up to Reno to go gamble and giggle about it? You know, stuff like that. Going to an out-of-the-way breakfast place and having a yummy breakfast. There's way too much fat in it, but you can't help it. Don't you wish you could be doing things like that instead of sitting in there making money for the little one? He doesn't appreciate it. He doesn't appreciate you. And when things get hot and bothered, he's going to disappear on you guys. Hell, he hasn't done anything in about 2 months at this point, right? I don't know. You should find out where your leader is. Just to make sure he hasn't jumped the ship and ran away from you guys already. So, because, you know, with all of those tax shelter buildings, I'm sure he's got enough lawyers that can take care of that and send it to him wherever he is. So, you need to get out of there now while you can, without having to take this down with you. Because, of course, they'll blame the individual orgs, and you guys will get thrown under a bus. Actually, you'll get thrown over a double-decker bus, okay? And they won't care, because all they care about is money, unfortunately. And if you made your numbers this week, that means you have to add one more next week. If you did not make your numbers this week, then maybe Cairo can leave eventually. Because, you know, he is pretty much, in my opinion, the most useless org leader I've ever seen. So, considering that the police don't like skateboarding, but hey, that's the way it goes nowadays, right? So, have a good day. You know when I say that I'm coming back, right? Just to make sure that you guys don't open everything again like you usually do when I leave. I come back. I just don't tell you what day I'm really coming back. But it could be today because I'm talking about it. So, oh, it was ASL 2 days ago. Oh, okay. See, I have not been keeping up with any of that. 2 days ago. Ooh. Yeah, no, I haven't seen AA run a couple of days. I think I saw a couple of shorts, but not about the ruling. So, because, you know, everything is Erin's fault. That's from Rabbit. She was having a date, so we blame everything on Erin now. So the Supreme Court is Erin's fault, but that's a good thing. Roe v. Wade is Erin's fault, you know. It's like the paint fading on my back bumper. That's Erin's fault. And yes, I have come back here when, you know, I've like walked down the block or walked down to go get donuts a couple blocks away and come back and everything's ready to go. It's like, fooled you. I just don't show it because usually I have the camera off, but they're doing something that makes me run out and go, hi, I'm still here. Yes, it's Erin's fault that you're falling asleep. And it's Erin's fault that I'm going to get stuck on traffic on the way home because everybody will be going out to resorts and things and timeshares that are over in, oh God, well, on the way to Tahoe. You know, it's like everything that immediately starts getting like Nowheresville or something like that. It's like that's where everybody goes. So yeah, by now, oh my God, it's 1:09. Why do I keep doing that? Well, no, that's a good thing, but it's still annoying. Okay. So I'm going to go now. Oh. That's funny. No, I don't think so. That he doesn't seem like it. I have the intuition because I've grown up here, and so no, I think he, in my opinion, does not eat well enough. That would be more like it, because he just doesn't seem like it. I don't get that vibe at all, and usually I can get the vibe. So, it would be interesting because, well, then again, see, I wouldn't necessarily think he'd do 2 years of an anti-gay cult and then come to gay Mecca and then not follow through with it. But I bet you that that training cost him a fortune, or will cost him a fortune. So, Fuzz, can you find me a raid, please? That would be extremely wonderful of you. Oh, you're funny. That's not our business, dear. Yeah, one way or the other. I would prefer the public one. Oh yes, go raid Eric Rader. He's great. He is absolutely great. I like him. So, okay, so I'm gonna go now. Go raid Eric Rader. Tell him that we sent him. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow, okay? Ciao, Bellas.